Hi, my name is Peyton Heagy. I'm going to be graduating in May 2026 with a degree in nursing.
Peyton, one of our nursing majors, and I think with everything that comes with that, just the level of dedication and organization you have to do that well it's really tough, and so we're always proud of our nursing majors that are able to swim 4 years, be successful, and do that program. And Peyton's definitely one of those. She's a racer. I don't know if when I started calling her No Pain Peyton, because just her 200 free, she'd always just charge out and go. And she's always been a step-up racer for us, somebody who's improved a lot over their 4 years here. One of the ones in this group that honestly we got to a little bit late in the recruiting process, and she was probably a little bit under the radar, and then has had just an awesome 4-year career here. Even this year and last year at the tail end of the year, being willing to take on new events with the 500 free last year, the 200 breaststroke this year, and seeing success in those events. So, willing to take on some new challenges, do that for the team, be successful there, put in the work for those events. And she's a great behind the scenes leader too. She's somebody that just always is talking to people one-on-one, good small group person. And having a real impact on other people behind the scenes. I think that's definitely a legacy she's going to leave, is just the one-on-one conversations and the way she encourages people throughout the year, just behind the scenes a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, I think the very first memorable moment was just like the first week in the dorms with all the freshman girls, just getting to know all my teammates and just meeting everybody on the team for the first time, and just knowing that this is what my 4 years are going to look like. More specifically, I really enjoyed freshman year training trip. It was a ton of fun. We did so many activities, like we went to Top Golf, we did an escape room, we went to the beach. It was really memorable because it was freezing outside in Jacksonville, but still, getting to have a beach day was amazing. It was just such a fun trip, and something that going into college I was looking forward to, knowing that swimming is one of those sports that we get to do a training trip. So that was definitely one of my favorite moments of college. Being a part of this team has just meant so much to me. I just look back at in high school just having a goal to look forward to and just training so hard so that I could say that I was a college athlete. It's just meant so much being able to meet some of my closest friends and just being a part of something bigger than just academics, and knowing that I'm working towards something every day on a bigger, higher level. It's just meant so much to have these coaches that really want the best for me, and all my teammates that want the best for me, and just having these teammates to work towards goals with and just accomplish things every day. Yeah, so after I get my degree, I'm going to take my NCLEX in May, get it done as soon as I can, and start applying, hopefully before I get my degree, but I really want to work in a children's hospital eventually. I'm not too sure where I want to apply yet. It's kind of going to depend on where I'm going to live after this, but I would love to work at Riley Children's Hospital in Indy, or I would love to do something with surgery, maybe like an outpatient surgery center. But I'm very excited for what I'm going to be doing next in nursing, and it's really just going to be up to wherever life takes me with what I'm going to be doing. My aunt is a nurse, and she was kind of the first person that I saw doing nursing related things, and while she was going through nursing school, she was living with us, so I got to see like how hardworking she was and just like studying every night, and I was so fascinated by that. But in high school I took a CNA class, and that was my first kind of introduction to hands-on working with patients. I love hearing everybody's stories. I love just talking with my patients and finding out what I can do for them and how I can help them, and with the end goal of getting out of the hospital and getting better from there. But I've just always been so fascinated with the human body and learning about how it works and how we as nurses can make our patients feel better. I think it's so cool to be an athlete with coaches who really dedicate most of their time helping you. This is like their full-time job pretty much, so it's cool to have these coaches that go out of their way to learn new drills and new techniques for you to apply so that you can use them when you race. My relationship with Josh has definitely grown over the years. I was definitely intimidated by him a little bit starting out as a freshman and kind of afraid to get within 6 feet of him. But I realize now that he's actually kind of funny and not as intimidating as I once thought he was. But it's definitely cool because I started out in sprint group these past 3 years, so I never really had Josh as a main coach. But this year, as I've switched to up group. I've got to have Josh, and he's worked with me with my endurance and my 500 practices and breaststroke. So it's really cool to kind of see that growth from like barely really having him as a coach to now. And Sean too, having him last year as his first year here. It was really cool to just have that new coach and just see his ways of, you know, implementing things and all of his silly little drills that we would do that I know have good intent with them, but it's just so great having these coaches, like I said, that just want so much for you and to help you be better. I think I would definitely tell my younger teammates to just really enjoy every moment of it. I think that there's been times where I've been caught up in the stress of it and the hard work of it all that I have forgot to stop and just enjoy it and remember that this time is going to come to an end eventually. I've had to remind myself that meets are supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be these nerve-wracking experiences, and yeah, just have fun with it. Remind yourself that, you know, it's coming to an end eventually, and just enjoy this time with your teammates and your best friends. Yeah, I think that I would first want to thank God just for giving me the opportunity to swim and giving me these gifts that I've been able to have for the past 14 years. I've learned so much by being a swimmer and an athlete, just the discipline of it all, and it's really shaped who I am, and I'm just so thankful that I've been able to do this. And I want to thank my parents and my family. They're my biggest supporters, and I would not be here without them or all their encouragement and their support. They really just they mean the most to me, and they've come to so many of my swim meets, driven me to all my practices, and they love to brag about me to their other friends, which is great. And I just want to thank all my coaches, my high school coach, Rob McNally, and my club coach, Patty Reddick. They're such great coaches, and I would not be a college athlete without them. And of course, Sean and Josh as well. They've provided so much for me and just have shaped me as the college athlete I am, and just really helped me accomplish goals that I set in high school that I came to college hoping that I accomplished these, and I think I have. I think that as soon as I walk out on the pool deck for senior night, it's just gonna be very surreal, a lot of emotions with the other seniors, and just a lot of reflecting on the past and just where we've come to be in that moment. It's gonna make me definitely emotional. I don't know if it'll quite hit me when I get out there, knowing that we still have a whole nother semester and we have conference to work towards, and but it's gonna be very exciting as well, just to step into a new chapter of life and just be proud of myself for what I've accomplished as an athlete.